Good morning and welcome into the Lifeline Morning Show. I'm Steven. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. You know, I love getting your day started off on the right foot. And to help with that, I use an inspiring quote. Today's is so good. Let me read it to you. All right, here we go. Very little is needed to make a happy life. Wow, I'm going to read that one more time. Let it really sink in. I want you to think about this one. Very little is needed to make a happy life. What does that say to you? Well, here's what it says to me. People who cultivate inner peace and positive emotions can find happiness regardless of circumstance. And you don't need fortune, fame, or material goods to achieve satisfaction in life. If we can seek out joy in the small things and feel gratitude for what we have, happiness is always within reach. It's great to focus on that, especially during this holiday season, because this is all about family. It's all about celebrating each other, and it's about celebrating the amazing gift we were given through Christ, right? So I want you to take a little time today to think about the little things in your life that make it so worthwhile. Yeah, maybe just those little nuances of your life, the way that a friend makes you feel, the way that your kid makes you feel when they giggle. There's something about when they're happy, it just overwhelms your heart at the same time. And you can find that in all these different areas of your life, whether it's at work, at home, at school, wherever you happen to find yourself. So I want you to look for those little things that make life worth living. Okay? All right. And then I want you to be one of those little things for somebody else. What do you think? You think maybe you can handle that? Yeah? All right. Thanks for hanging out with me right here on the Lifeline Morning Show.
If you're cold, take one.
That's Sherry, and her niece, Kendra, are up to some really good stuff this time of year. It might be something that inspires you to, I don't know, maybe copy what they're doing to help some people out. We'll find out, though. I'll tell you the whole story coming up after Big Daddy Weave and Ring the Bells right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. I love sharing good news with you, and boy, do I have a good news story to share with you right now. So let me tell you a little bit about Sherry and Kendra. Yeah, so they have been doing this now for a few years, and they know this time of year, with it getting so cold, there's some people out there that might not can afford those warm coats or scarves or hats, you know, those beanies, those toboggans, whatever you want to call them. People need them this time of year, especially those who don't have a home to go to every day. So they go around town and share some love in a very creative way. But I want Sherry to tell you more about it. So take a listen to this.
This is the fourth winter that we have collected hats and scarves from family, friends, and neighbors. And also we purchase them at thrift stores. And then we put them on the statues downtown, probably 15 to 18 statues.
How cool is that? Just a very practical way of sharing love with some people who need to stay warm this winter. It's something really small. I bet you've got scarves and old gloves and even some old, like, outdated stuff you don't wear out anymore. It's just, you know, taking up space in one of your chest of drawers. Well, why don't you get rid of some of that and give it to a ministry that could use it? Or, I mean, you could even go and put it on statues. Sure, I don't know of many statues around. I know of one near where I live, that Stephen Tuttle Thompson statue in Arab. There's that one. But there are some places that those things can really come in handy because they pass along to the people who really need them. And she's got a little something more to say about your ability to do the same thing that she's been up to.
I hope more people do it, even if they don't go to a church. A lot of churches collect clothing for the homeless and food. They can donate or donate their time down at the food kitchens as well. Lots of things to do. We all can make a difference. Every single person can make a difference. Find something that you can do to help other people. I personally think that's what we're here on earth for.
I love that. Just making a difference by giving away stuff she doesn't need and finding gently used things that others can really use this time of year. Hey, if you want to get hooked up with a ministry who kind of specializes in this, let me tell you about them. Room in the Inn, Marshall County. They do an amazing job. Even bring people in, give them a warm place to stay overnight. They partner with area churches, a great resource of helping people get back on their feet and stay out of the cold. So if you want to find out more about Room in the Inn, Marshall County, all you've got to do, go over to Facebook and type that in. Room in the Inn, Marshall County, Alabama. You'll find out all you need to know right there. Okay? Sound good? Thanks so much for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. I got your weather and your word of life coming up next. I can already tell it's going to be a good day and a start to a great week. Hey, Christmas is almost here, right? You got to be happy about that. Here's your word of life today. It comes to you from Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1. In the New Living Translation of the Bible, faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. Faith is so important in our lives. I hope you'll share your faith with somebody today by sharing this word of life with them to start that conversation. We've got it ready for you across all of our socials. That's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, X, and TikTok. And it's always at the top of our website, 885jfm.com. And while you're on our website, you're going to notice a concert coming up. Yep, click that banner for more information about Zach Williams and Riley Clemens, the 100 Highways Tour. It's going to be May 5th, but tickets are already available. And Little Birdie told me there's going to be another concert coming up a little sooner than that. You're going to have a chance to win some tickets to. That info actually is going to be up on our website very shortly too. So you never know what kind of concerts might pop up right there at the top of our website. So keep a check on them. That's 885jfm.com. And just above those banners is that On Now button. Click that and you can listen to us from wherever you happen to be. Thanks so much for hanging out. Here's Chris Rice with the Christmas song. I started following this guy a few months back. His name is Brian Trent. He's a pastor from Hampton, South Carolina. He and his family always post amazing content, and they go by Trent Tribe. In fact, you can even find some of his Bible studies over on the YouVersion Bible app. It's pretty cool what he's been up to lately. But here's something he posted recently that I just have to share with you, and it has to do with cookies. And as we get a little closer to the top of the 7 o'clock hour, I'll be sharing more about cookies, but this is what I need to pass along for now.
Sometimes we're reaching for what we're not ready for yet. Stick with me here. This is our youngest granddaughter, Ava. She looks pretty eager to get to that chocolate chip cookie. And she's reaching and she'll eventually get there, but she's just not ready yet. She's got to learn how to crawl. She's got to develop a little bit more. But see, just like me and you, God's put it in her with this desire to reach and to pursue. And while she will get there, she's just not ready yet. Just like Ava, sometimes we reach for things that we aren't ready for yet. God put it in us to have a vision, to dream, to reach for new things. It doesn't mean we won't get there. It just means we have some growing and maturing to do before we can. And just like baby Ava, would it be better for her to get the cookie now when she's not ready for it? Or would it be better for her to know how to crawl and develop so that she'll experience more than just having a cookie? You might be frustrated because of an unanswered prayer, but it could be that God is preparing you for something greater than the cookie you've been praying for. And the journey becomes more valuable than the thing you've been praying for because the growth that happens in you on the journey, because God is preparing you for what's ahead of you, which is greater than the cookie you've been reaching for. If your prayer was answered before you were ready to receive it, then the thing that was meant to be a blessing could very well be a curse. It's the same reason you don't give a child like Ava a steak. Sure, that steak will be great one day, but not yet. Because that blessing in this season might become a burden because I'm not ready to receive it. Don't stop praying, don't stop reaching, don't stop believing, but know that what God is doing in you is a preparation for where He's taking you. And where He's taking you is bigger than the cookie you've been reaching for.
Again, that's Brian Trent. If you want to find him over on the socials, just type in Trent Tribe. You'll be glad you did. Here's Matt Maher. Hope for everyone. So he got his start as a puppet on a grocery commercial up in Canada. This blue monster has big googly eyes, and he loves a particular food. Do you know who I'm talking about? You may have seen him on Sesame Street. We're going to talk about him coming up shortly. Take a trip down memory lane with me.
Sunny day, sweeping the clouds away. On my way to where the air is sweet.
Can you tell me how to get How to Get to Sesame Street. I loved it as a kid. So many days spent watching Sesame Street. I learned all kinds of things. And I love the way that the count would always count. 1, ha, ha, ha. 2, ha, ha, ha. But hey, I want to tell you a little bit about a couple of these Muppets. Did you know that originally Oscar the Grouch was not green? No, he was orange. And I bet you didn't know this. Cookie Monster originally made his debut all the way back in 1966 for a grocery store commercial. Yeah, he was actually advertising snacks. Go figure. It wasn't just cookies back then. But you know what? His original color was dark green with a few brown and black patches. But now, you know what color he is. He's the big blue monster with googly eyes, and he absolutely loves cookies. And guess what? This time of the year, he is, getting on his typewriter, and he is, asking a question or two of that guy, that wears the red suit. He's got the big white beard. Here's what that sounds like.
Dear Santa Claus, me no care what kind cookies you bring me. You surprise Cookie Monster, okay? Question mark.
I love it. He's using this typewriter. Oh, so much fun. All is right with the world. Christmas is almost here. And I wonder, can you sound like Cookie Monster? Well, on the count of 3, I want to hear you give me your best Cookie Monster, okay? 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, y'all sound amazing. Oh, it's so good. All right, can I give it a try?
Nom nom nom, me want cookie.
That's as close as I can get. Hey, since we're already down memory lane, let's take let's veer off. Let's take a little detour for a second. We're gonna come off of the Sesame Street, and we're gonna talk a little bit about some chipmunks. What?
All right, you chipmunks, ready to sing your song?
I'll say we are. Yeah, let's sing it now.
Okay, Simon?
Say it with me in 3, 2, 1. Give me the horn. All right, now let's go ahead and crank that engine and let's start that music so I can say, hey everybody, it's time to play the Car Line Competition. It's your chance to win some gift cards this morning. You know the way this works, right? It's a trivia game. I ask a question, give you the cue to call. You call me up and tell me the right answer, and you win not 1, not 2, but 3 gift cards. Except this morning, we've got a little bit of a train passing through. Why? Well, because last week we had some people roll theirs over. So how did that happen? Well, Bud Williams called us, and he rolled his over. Natalie called in, and she rolled hers over. Now we're starting with 9 gift cards. Yep, that's right. You heard that right. 9 gift cards. So let's get to it, shall we? Today's first question of the Car Line Competition, and here we go. Which of these is a quadruped? Is it A, someone over 40, B, a car, C, a rectangle, or D, a cow? 256-505-0885 is a number to call. Again, which of these is a quadruped? Is it A, someone over 40, B, a car, C, a rectangle, or D, a cow? 256-505-0885 is the number to call, and there is my caller. Stay on the phone line with me while I start Crowder and Thanksgiver. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
What's going on, Richard Duty?
Just freezing.
Freezing? Yeah, it's a little cold out there. How was your weekend, man?
Doing fine.
Good. Anything exciting happen?
No, just people was tipping good at work.
Hey, that's always good. I love some good Marco's pizza, man. For those people who don't know, y'all can actually put steak on a pizza.
Oh, yeah.
It's delicious. Very good, man. All right, well, I got a question for you. I'm going to take you all the way back to science class. Which of these is a quadruped? Is it someone over 40, a car, a rectangle, or a cow?
I'm hoping I'm right. I'm thinking a car.
You're thinking a car?
Yeah.
That's not the answer I'm looking for, but I'll give you one more shot. So is it someone over 40, a rectangle, or a cow?
Well, I guess I'll take my second guess will be a cow.
I think you would be correct. Yes, sir. A quadruped is an animal with 4 feet. And you just got it. Now I need to hear your best moo. That sounded lifelike, dude.
Yeah.
Now I want you to share some love with somebody here on the radio.
I'm going to share my wife and my kids.
Oh.
But I'm going to roll the gift cards to keep that trade going.
Oh, man. Okay, so it turns from 9 to 12 gift cards. Richard, you're going to make somebody's day, man.
Right?
Yeah. Hey, thanks so much for calling. I always love hearing from you.
You too.
All right. Have a great day.
Blessed day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Got a train rolling through from 9 to 12 gift cards now because of Bud, and then Natalie, and now Richard rolling all theirs over. So let's get to it, shall we? Here's your question that might just land you 12 gift cards. All right, here we go. Which of these is the only marsupial found outside of captivity here in North America? Is it the possum, the wallaby, the sugar glider, or the koala? Again, this is an animal that you would find outside of the zoo. The only one of these animals you would find outside of the zoo here in North America. So which one is it? Is it the possum, the wallaby, the sugar glider, or the koala? 256-505-0885 is a number to call. And you may have seen one of these this morning on your way to go to school or your way into work. Sometimes you'll see them sadly on the side of the road because they got in the middle of the road. It's one of those things, 256-505-0885, and I've got my caller. Wow, y'all are good. All right, stay right there on the phone with me while I start this next song and I'll get your answer. Here's Kane with Christmas. Good morning.
Hey.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. What's your name?
Trisha.
Trisha. All right, Trisha. How was your weekend?
It was pretty good.
Good.
Taking care of some sick kiddos that were trying to get better, but
I got
better
you.
than that.
Wow. Got to get better before Christmas, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Are you ready for Christmas?
Yes, I am. I've got everything done.
That is awesome. You are like so much better than I am because there's still some stuff to wrap up. And for me, it's an all-night wrapping session. Trisha, I wonder if you want to play my game.
Yes.
All right, let's do this thing. I got this question here. Which of these is the only marsupial found outside of captivity here in North America? Is it the possum, the wallaby, the sugar glider, or the koala?
I'm going to say a possum.
I'm going to say you are correct. Congratulations. You just won 12 gift cards. What do you think about that?
Oh, that's awesome.
Awesome. All right, so here's what I want to hear from you. I want to hear about two people in your life that are like super extra special. I want to hear their names and what they mean to you.
Well, first is my husband, David. He is just a hard worker. He's a great husband and father. He goes above and beyond for us. He works night shift, so he takes care of the girls during the day when I have to go to work, so without complaint.
Wow.
So he's very special to me.
Yeah.
Because he helps us out. And the second person would be my sister. She has always been there for me. She's my best friend. She's a great nurse. She takes care of the sick people every day. So I would say those are the two special people in my life.
Wow, this sounds pretty amazing. You got some really cool people in your corner, Trisha.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. All right, so these 12 gift cards headed your way. All I need is your address.
All right, sounds great.
All right. Hey, have a great day, and thanks for listening.
All right, you too.
All right, bye. It's so funny, that question right there. It reminded me of something that happened recently. So I was at this Christmas party, right? Our praise and worship team Christmas party. And two of our guys were wearing the same shirt. And let me describe it for you. It's a black shirt with a picture of the moon and the stars. And below that moon and stars are 3 possums, and they look like they're howling at the moon. It's weird. The fact that they both wore the same shirt that night was hilarious. And then this is what really got me. Somebody asked them, hey, what do possums sound like when they howl at the moon? And they said, it was so funny. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so possums, that was the correct answer, and that just scored Tricia a score sheet. 12 gift cards. That's right, 12 gift cards. That's a lot of love to be shared, right? Yeah, but hey, I've got another 3 up for grabs right here. I'm about to ask you that question, give you the cue to call in. But before I do, I think maybe it's proper for us to give our teachers just a little love this morning. So I found this lady over on the socials a while back. Her name is Miss Garrison. And here, I want you to hear what she had to say.
For those of you still having to teach, going up into winter break, I'm here to tell you, the first few moments of freedom feel as good as you think they're going to feel. Good luck. Hang tough. Thanks for doing the good work.
So there you go. There is hope. You're almost there. I know we've got some school systems you're still going today and tomorrow. So I just wanted to give you a little taste of hope. You got that freedom. It's coming your way. It'll be here before you know it. Just a couple more days, just having to trudge through, but you're doing a great job. And let me tell you, teachers, from all of us parents, thank you for what you do. You really make a difference in our kids' lives. All right, back to the game. Stephen asked the question. Okay, I'll go ahead and ask the question right now. Hey, we've been kind of talking about some animals here lately, so let's keep on that same track. Which of the following is not a species of fox? A bat-eared fox, an Arctic fox, a Tasmanian fox, or a red fox? 256-505-0885 is the number to call. Again, which of the following is not a species of fox? Is it bat-eared, Arctic, Tasmanian, or red? 256-505-0885 is the number to call, and I'm waiting on your call right now. And here's Kane with Stephen Curtis Chapman and Wonderful. Again, that number, 256-505-0885. Which of the following is not a species of fox? Is it bat-eared, Arctic, Tasmanian, or red? Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Right now, we're having some fun with this car line competition, and I wonder if you have what it takes to win my contest. See, I've got this question out here, and I haven't had a caller on it yet, but I think I might be given just the right hint to get somebody to call in and win some gift cards. Yeah, so this is always a blast, and I wonder if you might know the answer to my question. Which of the following is not a species of fox? Now, here are your four options. Is it bat-eared, Arctic, Tasmanian, or red? Since I didn't have a call, I'm going to give you a 50-50 shot. So I'm going to take bat-eared and Arctic off of the table. So here we go. Which of the following is not a species of fox? Is it Tasmanian or red? 256-505-0885 is the number to call. Again, 256-505-0885. There's my caller. Awesome. Gonna grab that. Hey, stay on the phone line with me while I start this next song, and I'll get your answer. I didn't have to give the big hint that I was gonna give from that show called Looney Tunes. So let me come on over and get this answer, play a song, and I'll be back. Here's Jordan Smith with Oh Come, Let Us Adore. Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. How was your weekend?
Oh, it was great.
Really?
Great.
Anything special happen? Anything fun and exciting?
We had our Christmas cantata at church, and it was really good.
Oh, very nice.
And I sang in the choir.
All right.
So it was just a good time.
Oh, very cool. Are you ready for Christmas?
Yes, I am.
Oh.
Haven't got everything wrapped. It may be one of those crazy wrapping nights.
That's me every year.
We're not.
It's like all of a sudden Christmas happens. There's stuff underneath the tree.
I know.
Well, hey, you want to play my game?
I do.
All right, let's do this thing. I got a question for you, and this is all about, well, here, I'll just read the question. Which of the following is not a species of fox? Is it Tasmanian or red?
Tasmanian.
Tasmanian is correct, because in Tasmania, they might not have fox, but they do have
Tasmanian devil.
Yeah. I remember a famous one from Looney Tunes. How about you?
I do too.
Yeah, good stuff.
Crazy.
Fun times. All right. Hey, with that correct answer, you just won 3 gift cards, and you get to tell me about 2 people in your life that really mean a lot to you. This is my favorite part of the whole thing, is hearing about these people. So who are they, and what do they mean to you?
I have 2 great friends that I've met through church. I just moved to a new community, and they both have just been wonderful to me. Yeah. Call me up when I'm down and make me happy. They are just really special to me.
Wow.
But 2 friends from church.
All right, what are their names so we can all know them?
Joyce and Paula.
Very cool. Amazing church friends. Hey, we all need them. And there's something about that support system that you get at church. If you don't have that, you're really missing out, aren't you?
Right. Yeah. You really are. Mm-hmm. You got those 2 friends that just are there for you.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Well, all right then. Well, thank you for sharing the love here on the radio. Now, let me grab your address real quick so I can get these gift cards sent your way.
Okay.
And give me that name one more time. I know this voice, but for some reason I just can't recall the name.
My name is Cheryl.
Cheryl.
And that's spelled Cheryl.
All right.
Trussell. Trussell.
Got it. All right. You said P as in pony or T as in Tony. That's not a good comparison.
T as in Tom.
T as in Tom. Very good.
Right.
Oh, wow. Pony or Tony. That doesn't help, does it?
Right.
Perfect. All right. Have a great day. Thanks so much for calling.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. How much fun is that? I love this car line competition. It's like the highlight of my morning. It's so much fun. Well, hey, that's going to bring us to the end of today's car line competition. But you know what? We've got another day at school left for some of our kids. So I guess maybe we'll go ahead and play it tomorrow morning, too. So be here at 7 o'clock, all right? Yeah, I want to have some more fun. But, yeah, we've really taken a trip down memory lane this morning, haven't we? We talked about Cookie Monster earlier. Also talked about Tasmanian Devil right there from Looney Tunes, and we heard from Alvin and the Chipmunks with their Christmas song. Wow, who knows? We might take a little bit more of a trip down memory lane coming up. So stick around and we'll find out together. And we've got like 2.5 hours of show left, so we got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. But first, let me get your weather and your word of life. They are coming up next. Again, thank you so much for making us part of your day, whether it's on the stream, the radio, or the podcast over on Spotify. You're the reason why we're here. One of the coolest things about this job is getting to develop some pretty cool relationships with you. I love hanging out with you, and I absolutely love when we can interact a little bit. When you call me up, you let me know what's going on in your life. I give you cues to call all the time, whether it's for like a car line competition question, or maybe I just have a general question I need your input on. And then that conversation starts, and I love it. So there's this guy who's been listening to the station for a while, and I've been watching where he's at for a while too. It's kind of weird, right? This streaming map, I can see where you're listening to us from, but his pin has popped up for a long time now. Now, he started listening to us right here in North Alabama, and then he'd let me know when he was going on vacation, he'd take us with him, right? So that pin has popped up over in Hawaii, or over in Virginia, or back in Birmingham, and then he moved to Palm Coast, Florida. So Joel Modis has been listening to us for a while, and we talk back and forth, and actually I've got to call him up and get a little snippet of what happened during his Disney trip that happened like in the past couple weeks. The candlelight ceremony was amazing. I'm going to get his comments on that, but he just sent me a text message. He said, would have tuned in earlier but was walking the dogs. And Joel sends me a picture of his dogs on their leash at the beach. At the beach. Oh, I wish I could be at the beach right now. And he said, last week's CMA Christmas special was on YouTube, and it was amazing. Thanks for mentioning it last week. Yes, you're very welcome, Joel. There was one performance that really stole it for me, that really got me going. Can I play it for you now? It's Zach Williams and Lainey Wilson with Go Tell It on the Mountain. Oh, this is so good. That bass player's got some chops, doesn't she? I saw her playing, and I'm like, my goodness, she carried that whole song. I want to back it up real quick. I just want you to hear this bass guitar line, okay? There's something about this just makes me feel happy. Listen to this. You hear that? She rocked that bass guitar through that whole song and did an amazing job. I would have been a nervous wreck. Now your word of life. Today it comes to you from Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 in the New Living Translation of the Bible. Faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. How's your faith today? You know what? Sometimes it can feel a little overwhelming. I mean, seriously. Having faith, believing something's gonna happen that you haven't seen yet. But that's where we put our trust in God. And we have faith, because it also says in the Bible, without faith, it's impossible to please God. So how is that faith muscle in your life? Have you been exercising it lately? Have you been asking God for some big stuff? Have you been seeing him do it? Yeah? Well, if not, I want you to keep asking. Maybe you've stopped asking because maybe you asked for something huge to happen before and it didn't happen, or it didn't happen the way that you thought it should, and you kind of just gave up. Well, no, don't do that. Keep exercising that faith like a muscle and watch it get stronger and stronger. Yeah, God, let's just say this. He never breaks his promises. And if he told us we could have it, then we can have it. And look at what Jesus said before he ascended. He said, "These works that I have done and greater shall you do also." So let's believe him for the big stuff, okay? Yeah. Watch what happens too when you start believing for the big stuff. It's going to rock your world. And why don't you share that word of life with somebody today? We've got it ready for you across all of our socials and at the top of our website. That's 885jfm.com. All right. Well, tell you what, we are getting closer and closer to this brand new year. Do you have any New Year's resolutions? You've been working on those? Yeah? Well, I've got a little bit of something for you coming up that you don't have to wait till the new year to put into practice. It's going to make your life better instantly. So stick around and we'll get into it next, right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. But first, Blanca and Winter Wonderland. And you're saying, Stephen, I think my New Year's resolution is going to be just to be a better me. Yeah, just to do things that make me better. I got you. You know, sometimes we get these New Year's resolution ideas and it's like we're all gung-ho about it. Sometimes it's to eat healthier. So we go in there in the kitchen and we get rid of all the junk food. Then 2 days later, we're wishing we wouldn't have done that because this is hard and I need a snack. Right? Or maybe you do get on the bandwagon for a week or two and it lasts a good long time, but then you just kind of find yourself kind of falling back in the same old rut. Yeah, well, I came across some ladies who are making perfect sense today, who I want to share their comments with you, okay? The first one is Michelle Cederberg, and she really spells it out for us. The reason why we kind of come off the tracks. Here, take a listen.
We all have the best intentions to be better versions of ourselves, and we need to think like that more often than we do. Would you agree? But here's the honest question, because if I'm an optimist, it's one thing, but I'm certainly a realist on the side. What gets in the way? Limiting beliefs, yes. People-pleasing, responsibilities, finances, lack of vision. We're going to change that. It's something that we all know, and when we're sitting in silence, sipping our tea on a Sunday afternoon, those are the thoughts that come up. It's like, why aren't I doing the things that I want to do more of?
That's a really tough question, isn't it? Because we have it within our power to do it. It's just life happens. Things are complicated. Twists and turns and loop-de-loops and ups and downs, and it's just hard to keep your head above water most days. I get it. But you know what? You don't have to come up with this big New Year's resolution to be a better you. No. You can start doing something right now to help you be that, even today. Honestly, if you're just asking me, I think you're pretty awesome as you are. But if you want to get better, here's a surefire way of doing just that, okay? From Courtney Yasenka. And she's got it. Here.
You don't have to wait for the new year to start setting goals. Wake up each day with a purpose. Identify one thing you need to do, one thing you want to do, and one thing you can do for others.
Back to the basics. 3 things every day. Can you do that? Something you want to do, something you need to do, and something you can do for others. And then just live your life in that pattern and see what happens if you start noticing a big difference. Yeah? Thanks for hanging out with me. Hey, I love finding good advice like this because I'm not just sharing it with you. I'm practicing it myself. I'm so glad we can do this thing together. So thank you for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. There's Mercy Me with I Heard the Bells. There's something about this time of year that just inspires us to spice things up a little bit. You know, it kind of started, around Thanksgiving. The pumpkin spice started hitting all the coffee shops. Yeah, I made a pumpkin pie or two myself. Oh, delicious. Oh, I found a really cool recipe too to make it like really easy. It's a no-bake pumpkin pie. Oh, so good. But, I mean, what are some other flavors of the season? Now, let's talk about it for a second. Of course, you got the eggnog. Oh, that stuff is so good. Plus, you got your apple cider. You've also got just a good standby. It doesn't have to be this time of year to really embrace this spice, but cinnamon, it makes things so good. We got some Papa John's the other night, and we got those cinnamon pull-aparts. So delicious. But peppermint really takes a front seat this time of year as well, whether you're getting maybe a white chocolate peppermint mocha from your favorite coffee shop, or maybe that peppermint bark from Walmart. Oh, of course, we've got to talk about that one sweet thing that's really embraced this time of year. Chocolate. Chocolate's on everything. My aunt actually makes this amazing homemade Reese's cup that is so good. Plus, you can chocolate dip anything. Pretzels, all kinds of stuff, right? White chocolate, dark chocolate, milk chocolate, just the variety of chocolates. Oh, by the way, if you wanted to know, chocolate, I've kind of paid attention to this because I have to. Chocolate has caffeine in it, but from what I've read and what I've studied, white chocolate does not have caffeine in it. So if you got to stay away from caffeine, white chocolate might just be right for you. It's something I've really had to pay attention to here lately. But I wonder if maybe you have some packets of hot cocoa mix in your pantry. They've been laying there for a while and you don't know what to do with them. You don't drink that much hot chocolate except for this time of year. But let me tell you, there's some things you can do with those little packets that can make this season more magical. Let me spell it all out for you coming up after Chris Tomlin and Noel with Lauren Daigle. It's so many good recipes for you. Ways to use that hot chocolate mix you never would have thought of. Hot cocoa mix. You don't have to just make hot chocolate with it. No, there are all kinds of things that you can use that hot chocolate mix for. Can I tell you just a few of them? Let me say this. You know, one of the best things about walking into a Buc-ee's, that big gas station, is the smell that hits you as you walk in the door. Lots of times you're going to smell that cinnamon roasted pecan smell. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's like some kind of cinnamon toffee stuff they put on those pecans. It's nice. And so, did you know you could actually use hot cocoa mix to bake your pecans? To roast them in the oven? Yeah. That's one of the recipes. How about this? Hot cocoa cake frosting. How about swirling it into the batter to marble a pound cake? How about adding it to popcorn? What? Yes, hot chocolate popcorn. Oh, I'm getting so hungry thinking about this. You can make your coffee into a mocha. You can top your sundaes with chocolate whipped cream. Using that hot cocoa powder goes a long way. You can give French toast a chocolatey boost. Oh, that looks so good. How about chocolate ice pops? Yeah. Oatmeal could be a little more appetizing, putting some of that hot cocoa mix in there. How about tossing it with cereal for holiday Chex Mix? Or making it into a dip for fruit? Or, this one's kind of out there, but stick with me, tossing it into chili? Yeah. Adding chocolate to your chili can give the dish a richer, deeper flavor. And in a unique twist, I've got a recipe I'm going to share with you. Includes a packet of instant hot chocolate mix among its spicy seasonings. It's number 14 in what I'm about to tell you how to go see. You can mix it into milkshakes as well. So many ways you can repurpose that hot chocolate mix and not have just straight up hot chocolate. So there you go. Now, how can you find all these recipes? The ones I just mentioned to you? Well, go over to our 88.5 JFM's Come Together Facebook group. I've just posted it there. You can see all these amazing recipes and more. The chili one really has me intrigued. Might have to try that one out. We'll see. Anyway, 88.5 JFM's Come Together Facebook group is where you can find it. It's right there at the top of the page. All right, more great music headed your way. Matthew West, The Heart of Christmas, right here, right now, on your 88.5 JFM, making your day better. This morning, we've taken a little bit of a trip down memory lane. I mentioned earlier on, you remember Cookie Monster and Oscar the Grouch from Sesame Street. Yeah, I remember them. Who was your favorite Sesame Street character? Can I tell you mine? Mr. Snuffleupagus. There's just something about him I really liked. Big Bird would probably be my second favorite. But then we talked a little bit in the car line competition about a Tasmanian fox. Yeah, a Tasmanian fox does not exist. But I tell you what does exist. We all know this from our childhood. Looney Tunes, to be exact. The Tasmanian Devil. Do you remember when he made his appearance? Do you remember? Well, here, let's take that trip down memory lane one more time.
What's up, Croc? Who you hiding from?
The Tasmanian Devil's on the loose! Run! Run! Run for your life! Run!
Tasmanian Devil? And what, pray tell, is a Tasmanian Devil to create such a furore? Beware of the Tasmanian devil, a vicious, ravenous brute with powerful jaws like a steel trap. Eats aardvarks, ants, bears, boars, cats, bats, dogs, hogs, elephants, antelopes, pheasants, ferrets, giraffes, gazelles. A likely story, but there ain't no such animal. Stoats, goats, shoats, ostriches. Octopuses, penguins, people, warthogs, yaks, newts, walrus, gnu's, wildebeestes. What? No rabbits? Especially rabbits. What's up, Doc? Jeez, what a grouch. Rabbit. Put me down. I'm not a rabbit. I'm a monkey, and monkeys are definitely not on your menu.
He was trying to sound like a monkey, but I think he sounded more like a dolphin. How about you? Yeah? Oh, it takes you back to a brighter time, doesn't it? Oh, good stuff. Hey, you might have to find some of those Looney Tunes over on YouTube sometime. That's where I found that clip. Oh, and by the way, they've started coming out with new episodes. Yeah, I kind of I follow this guy over on the socials. That's the voice of Bugs, and let's see, he does Daffy, he does Marvin the Martian. Yeah, pretty cool stuff over there. I found him over on TikTok. His name is Eric Bauza, so you can follow him if you'd like. But honestly, I don't think anybody could compare to the incomparable Mel Blanc, the guy who did like almost all the voices for Looney Tunes. Oh, he was a treasure. You really want to see some fun interviews? Look him up. Yeah, and again, his name is Mel Blanc, B-L-A-N-C. He did some Carson interviews. He was all over the late night stuff. So you can kind of see where his Bugs Bunny voice came from and so many other things. It's a lot of fun. Hey, thanks so much for hanging out with me right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Whether you're listening to us on the stream, the radio, or the podcast, just want to make sure you understand that we are thankful for you. Here, I want to give you just a little taste of what I'm about to share.
My heart is beeping tonight, and I don't know what to do.
And his heart is still beeping today. Let me tell you the story about Elliot. They call him the Tin Man. You'll find out why and what he's been up to next. So stick around.
My dad is the best, my mama's the best, and everyone that I know is the best.
I know, hearing that little guy just put a smile on your face, didn't it? But you wouldn't know that that little guy has had a really tough go of it. Yep. You see, he was diagnosed with hypoplastic left heart syndrome before birth. Now, he's from Arlington, Texas, and this little guy had his first open heart surgery when he was just a few days old. Yeah, his name is Elliot. And Elliot, well, you see, he's been surviving, but there's just something about him. He doesn't really want to focus on himself. No, he wants to focus on other people. He wants to help other people have an amazing Christmas. And so back in 2019, he got a little bit of recognition from the local news agency about the kind of struggle he's gone through and what he decided to do. You see, he wanted to share some love. And so, well, he was able to raise some toys for some kids who needed Christmas presents. Yeah, in fact, he was able to direct generosity toward a toy drive for the Santa Cop program run by the Arlington Police Department. And the initiative provides toys and food for over 400 families and 1,200 children in the area. And 4 years ago, on the Facebook post, it says, "Thank you so much for your donations to Tin Man's Toy Drive. In case you missed it, this year Elliot is helping his friends at the Arlington Police Department collect toys for their Santa Cops program in hopes of bringing joy to other children and families in our community around Christmas time. If you'd like to do something special for Tin Man this holiday season, please consider purchasing an item from the wish list below, giving him the wonderful experience of working with our policemen to make Christmas so much better." Now, that was 4 years ago, and that little voice that you just heard, that was recorded 4 years ago. But what's going on with little Elliot, or Tin Man, as he's called? I'm happy to report to you, he's still kicking. Everything's still going well, and he's still up to some really good stuff. Yeah, in fact, this particular post was published on December 11th. It said, "Y'all, Year 5 was a success. Because of your help, Elliot donated nearly 200 brand new toys and books to our friends at the Arlington Police Department for their Santa Cops program, helping hundreds of deserving kids in our community. This year was especially fun, with some of you opting for Elliot to do the shopping for you. As a self-proclaimed toy expert himself, Elliot really enjoyed picking out what he thought kids would like, in addition to searching for items off of the lists that were given to us. This year was extra special too because Elliot's little brother got to help him on this adventure for the first time. We can't thank you all enough for your continued love and support. Wow, thank you for helping us zip past our goal. Thank you for holding space for us to share our story. Thank you for celebrating the good times, cheering us on during the rough ones, and lifting us when we need it. And thank you for bringing joy to our family and many, many others this holiday season. Half the heart, twice the fight. Hashtag Tin Man Tough. Oh, I love that. Hey, if you want to find out more about Elliot and what he's been up to, it's real easy. All you have to do is type in tinmantough.com and you can go check out his story and all the stuff that he's up to. It's such a cool website. Again, tinmantough.com. All right, more great music headed your way. I got a new song with Song of Christmas. It's coming up next. But hey, I just wanted to remind you, I share good news stories because I know that we need to hear them, because there's plenty of negative stories out there, negative news, and I want to share something that puts a smile on your face and maybe even, I don't know, inspires you to do something like you just heard. So thank you for being here, and as long as I keep finding these good news stories, I'll keep sharing them with you. Speaking of good news, I bet that you've had some good news here recently too. I bet you know of something really big that's been happening in your world that needs to be talked about. Well, I need to hear from you. Yeah, my email address is Stephen, that's with a V, at 885jfm.com. It's usually pretty easy to figure out what, the kids want for Christmas. They'll let you know. But when it comes to other people in your life, yeah, like your mom or your dad, it's like, what do I get them? Dad is particularly hard to shop for, isn't he? Yeah, there are those go-to items, For my granddad, I used to always get him like a pair of gloves. Yeah, he loves some good work gloves. And I don't know, what is your go-to? Maybe socks? What is it? Well, if you don't have anything particular in mind this holiday season, you got a little time to figure it out. And to help you out with that, I'm going to let Bo tell you a few of his pieces, his advice for what your dad might really like. He's got quite a few items here. Plus, the very end, it's so good. Here, take a listen.
No, you haven't got your dad a gift yet? I got a whole bunch of gift ideas to run by you. If your dad's handy, kind of like me, they have these nuts and bolt kits. I use that every day. Bar clamps, they are the handiest tool I've ever used. Tape measures. If I had 50 tape measures in my shop and around my house, I'd be happy to just turn and see one anywhere. Stud finder, that's going to keep your dad from poking extra holes in the wall trying to find that stud. Foldable level. That is the coolest tool I've seen in a long time. Every dad needs work pants. Now, for the dad that says he doesn't want anything, does your dad sit? The best chairs that I've ever found is this rocking camp chair. Everybody that sits in it says they love it. You can't go wrong. They're about $50. Get him a Bose speaker. He doesn't know how easy they are or how great they sound. A massage gun. These things are great. You can sit there and just give yourself a workout with that thing, quick and easy, or somebody else, or they can get you. It's a great tool. Now you got the dads that are not handy. Warm flannel. You can't go wrong with a warm flannel. How about a movie series or a book series? I personally like Lonesome Dove. That's a great series. I usually just watch it on a movie, but he'll love it. You can get him one of those containers that either keeps your hot drinks hot or your cold drinks cold. I'm going to tell you that this one, if the folks out there that have a healthy budget, I would suggest Ninja Grills. They're just an amazing thing that you can cook just about any kind of meat or food on. About a Bose soundbar. Little spendy, but I'm telling you, those things have such amazing sound, he'll think the TV's coming alive. The last one on my list is my favorite, and that is an air compressor. And then you can get them a whole bunch of other gifts and all the other birthdays and holidays that come up that are related to that air compressor. Ultimately, your dad just wants to spend time with you. So if all you do is come over, make him some hot cocoa, sit around, talk about old times, that's all he really wants. Merry Christmas to all of you.
Merry Christmas.
I love that. That's dad advice from Bo. That's how you can find him over on TikTok. And looking at these comments, wow, a lot of people having a lot to say there. Yeah, one person pointed out that's a missed opportunity for a dad joke when you're talking about that stud finder. I know, right? I thought he would too, but he didn't. Another person says, this is actually such a solid list. And then Kayla, she wrote this, such a weird video for me to cry to, but it's my first Christmas without my dad. Wow. That's tough. We're all dealing with mixed emotions this time of year. So, if you've got a dad, well, maybe a few of these things on the list might be for him. If not, definitely that last thing. Just a little extra time together. That's what it's all about anyway, right? Thanks for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Sherry Guy is a high school teacher over at Desert Pines High School in Las Vegas, Nevada. And she's got quite the following right now over on TikTok. And you see, her school does this thing every Christmas season, and it's all about the kids, and they've got a lot of students. But I'm going to let her tell you all the details with the follow-up right after of what all has been done. Here, take a listen to this.
Okay, I'm going to try to get through this without getting emotional because I have an account that has a lot more followers than this one, but I don't want people to think that I'm trying to do this for any reason other than I work at a school where they have a Wishmas program, and they just sent out the spreadsheet with like the kids' wish lists. And and not only do they say what they would like, but they say why it's important to them. And then you can sign up. Okay, so I'm just going to read you a couple, and I just think it would be so cool. I work in a school of over 3,000 kids. There's no way I could do it all, right? But maybe I could get some help from TikTok because these are high school kids. And I'm just going to read you a couple of things that they're asking for, because the fact that they're asking for these things literally is okay. So I'm going to start at the top. Somebody said they want make only one wish. It says, this person said, for all the wishes to be granted. They didn't ask for anything. They just wanted everyone to. Okay. Anyway, slippers. I would like some black slippers to protect my feet from the cold. A guitar. I mean, yeah, that's a little pricey, but it says it will make me happy since I used to play the guitar in middle school. A bag of Takis. They literally put they want a bag of Takis, and their reason is it will help me not be hungry. Another one, my one wish, I want my sister to be happy on her birthday. Like, what? Dutch Bros gift card. It makes my day better. I would like something simple like a Manchester City scarf. Oh my goodness. Just one Littlest Pet Shop airplane set. And their reason is I grew up with Littlest Pet Shops all my life. I gotta stop. If you're interested in helping, I don't know, DM me, comment, let me know, maybe spread this around. Maybe we could do something to try to make some of these things happen, because there's no way even all the teachers, if we all picked one student, we couldn't cover everything. There's so many students and they don't want a lot. A big bag of peanut M&Ms. What?
Now, the reason why I'm sharing this story is not to get you to help, because I'm going to tell you what happened here in a minute, but I do want to tell you a little more about this. Sherry was interviewed by the Today Show, and she said, we have a lot of kids who are in the foster system. We have a lot of kids who are living in poverty. These kids are facing enormous stress outside the classroom. The wishes are mostly quite simple and in some cases quite heartbreaking. I mean, there were some that she didn't mention there, like one was to get help paying for my cap and gown for graduation. Another one said, I'd like a Wingstop gift card. Another one said, well, I just like some food for the day. It's Tough stuff. We've got some kids dealing with an awful lot, and that's not just in Las Vegas. That's all across the country. That's right here in our neck of the woods as well. We've got some really needy kids, and I'm so glad that there are people stepping up to the plate through these Angel Tree programs and through other organizations and ministries that are making sure that these kids get what they need and hopefully a little bit of what they want for Christmas at the same time. But I've got to tell you the follow-up to Sherry's video. You see, she appealed to TikTok, to all the people there. And guess what? I just looked at her Wishmas list. Guess how many items are on it? None. Not a single one is left on the list. So that first kid who said, I just wish that all the wishes would be granted, got their wish. Because every single one did. There are no more items. That is amazing to me. Oh, the power of people who see a need and just want to help. It goes a long way, doesn't it? Well, that's some good news worth sharing about today. So I just had to share it with you. Thank you for hanging out with me here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Right now across North Alabama, a few clouds, but mostly sunshine and blue sky out there. Between 40 and 46 degrees currently. Hope you're having a great Monday morning so far. Let me tell you your word of life. It's a really good one today. It might just warm you up. It's from Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 in the New Living Translation of the Bible. Faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. Wow. You know what? I found that faith is kind of like a muscle. You have to keep exercising it for it to keep, getting bigger. So I wonder, when's the last time that you asked God for something big? Not something little, but something big. Maybe today's the day you need to do that. Yeah, maybe see your faith increase little by little too. Why don't you share that word of life while you're at it? We've got it ready for you across all of our socials and at the top of our website, 885jfm.com. Well, coming up here on the show in the next few minutes, I want to share with you the words of one mom who is, she's writing a letter to all of you moms that are frazzled this time of year. I think it's going to hit just right. So stick around and I'll share it with you shortly, right here on the Lifeline Morning Show. But first, Danny Gokey, Angels We Have Heard on High. Let me tell you, I came across this mom who has some really strong words for all of you moms out there. And let me just say, I think she hit the nail on the head, but you be the judge. Now, this is coming to you from Jamie. She says, Dear Christmas Mom, I know, me too. It is indeed the most wonderful time of the year, but moms get the reindeer booty end, don't we? One more trip to the dollar store, one more brave quest to the market, just one more thing for one more stocking, 1 hour before you remember you just need one more gift for your new brother-in-law. Wait, are they married yet? What is all this stuff anyway? Did I really just buy this? Am I insane? And yep, I did just sit in my car and cry and eat a package of cookie dough and then use my Weight Watchers points to calculate and tally the expense. I texted my sister and asked her what she was doing, and she said, hauling embarrassing amounts of stuff to the Goodwill so that we can replace it with more embarrassing amounts of stuff in just a few days' time, and then I can do all this again next year. So I can tell you to chill and rest in the blessedness of the season, but I know we create the magic. It makes it hard to embrace the mystic when you alone are responsible for manifesting it. I'm next to you in line, calculating the demise of next year's budget on my fingers. My shopping cart is full of bows, ribbons, cheese balls, gift cards, fancy holiday socks, and the whimsical baskets I'll fill with semi-homemade treats for neighbors who called the police on us twice in the last year. Who knew you could stick a Rolo on a pretzel and nuke it for 11 seconds, shove a pecan in the center, and be made famous in certain circles? I chill those bad boys for 20 minutes, throw them in a Ziploc bag with a bow, call them turtles, and boom, I'm a legend. I'm exactly the same character every year, frazzled, freaked out, and desperate to manifest a perfect holiday memory for something that was made perfect already. Everyone will expect me to calm down, relax, and take in the sights and sounds of the most wonderful time of the year, and yet I know the numbers. I have list after list. I know one of the man babies will soon be a Marine and may not be home for Christmas for a while. And I know that our foster love will be leaving us soon, and the lady baby is getting married. And the increased expenses that seem to grow with every single, just one more quick trip. I'm not here to chastise you or give you insider secrets or how to enjoy the season, but I am here to silence a voice I've battled for years. You've done a great job. She says, if you spent too much, God isn't mad or going to show you this year. That's a lie from the pit of hell. If you didn't have enough, it was not an object lesson from him. If you chewed your nails off in line at Walmart or sat in your car and cried, he was there with you, not to condemn, but to comfort. Which of you moms who've worried over a detail this Christmas would break a child's leg or take a sledgehammer to their bike if they took an extra cookie from the cookie jar? Which of you would give a snake to a child who asks for a fish or a stone to a child who asked for bread? God's name is mercy. He is all good. Yes, there are natural consequences to poor planning and overconsumption, but no, there's no wrath. He came to heal, bind up the broken, and give you peace that surpasses all understanding. You may be convicted, but you are never condemned. This year for Christmas, the greatest gift is Jesus. But you and I both know there's little time to ponder the baby in a manger. There are cookies to bake, carols to sing, and presents to wrap. We make the magic happen, and he never leaves or forsakes us. Stop beating yourself up. Stop waiting for him to teach you some harsh lesson. Start right now believing him. Believe there will be enough. Trust him to show you how to get it done or let it go. Lean into him in line at Walmart or on the bathroom floor while you sob and eat 2 more sugar cookies. No matter the state of your marriage, your juvenile delinquents, your deployed baby or husband, health, pant size, or the tally in your checkbook, he has done the work. You need only believe. Yes, you create the magic. He works the miracles. The blood worked. Grace is the consequence. Eternity is the prize. Merry Christmas. May your floors be sticky and your calling ordained. Love, Jamie. I love that. Wow. He's right there with you every single step of the way, through all of the madness of the season, through all the hustle and the bustle. Guess what? He's right there with you. He never leaves you, never forsakes you. And somebody just needed to hear that today. So take heart. That's going to wrap it up for me today here on the Lifeline Morning Show. Thank you so much for hanging out. It really means a lot that you make us a part of your day, whether you're listening to us on the radio or the stream or even over on the podcast. Thank you for being here. You're the reason why we're here in the first place. All right. Well, I guess that's all that could really be said. I don't have time to get to the inspiring quote of the day again. I'll do that on the podcast, though, so you can check it out over there. Again, that's on Spotify. Just search Lifeline Morning Show podcast, and it'll be up at 10:15 this morning. Today's show, you could share it with a friend. You could listen to any part that you missed. We would be so honored if you'd subscribe and share us with a friend. So thanks for being here, and I will see you right back here tomorrow from 6 to 10 for another Lifeline Morning Show. I can't wait. Now, enjoy some more of this amazing Christmas music. Okay? All right. Hey, thanks for hanging out with me here on the podcast. I wanted to cover that inspiring quote of the day one more time. I start the show with it, and then I end the show with it because I've had 4 hours to think about it. So here it is. Very little is needed to make a happy life. And you know, that's one thing that I've seen throughout this holiday season. There are a lot of people who are stressed out about getting the perfect gift, about making sure that everybody feels loved by the stuff. But really, more than anything, it comes down to making those memories with each other. It's less about the stuff, and it's more about time together, because that is the most valuable thing that we have on this earth, is our time with each other. So find little ways to spend time together. Play a silly game in the car with the kids. Do something out of the ordinary to just spark that memory that they're going to tell their kids when they're older. Yeah, that's what it's all about. So, can you be the little in somebody else's life that really lights them up? That's the question today. All right. I'll see you back here tomorrow. Thanks again for hanging out with me here on the podcast. And if you would, please share us with a friend and subscribe. Thank you.